Thank you all. IFMSA Quebec, on behalf of the North American countries, including CFMS Canada, IFMSA USA, and IFMSA Mexico, greatly supports IFMSA Australia in their effort to promote health equality for all and understands the intrinsic links between marriage equality, stigma, and health issues. In Canada, where marriage equality is legally recognized, discrimination, exclusion, harassment, mockery, and physical aggressions persist towards the LGBTI community. Therefore, we recognize that this was a great step forward, while keeping in mind that marriage equality is merely the beginning of modern social acceptance. In Canada, higher risk of suicidal thoughts persists. A gay 17-year-old is 16 more times at risk, a 20-year-old person is 11 more times at risk, and a 26-year-old person is 6 times more at risk of having suicidal thoughts. Furthermore, suicide is 2.5 times higher for gay people and 4 times higher for bisexual people. The stress caused by homophobic incidents in the work environment, school, sport, and community settings must be recognized and tackled by acknowledging the difficulty caused for people of sexual minorities. By supporting the human rights and dignity of people of sexual minorities, and by prioritizing social acceptance, we will ensure better health outcomes. Thus, IFMSA Quebec, as well as the other North American countries, strongly believes that marriage equality needs to be at the forefront of human rights and health equity in our globalized society and in our federation. This is why we call upon NMOs to vote in favor of this proposed policy statement. Thank you.
Is that another statement? Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, so IFMSA, on behalf of the following European national member organizations, which are 27, you can count: IFMSA Austria, IFMSA Belgium, ICE Catalonia, RUMS in Croatia, IFMSA Czech Republic, EMCC Denmark, ESMA Estonia, FIM6 Finland, BMT Germany, EMS in Greece, FIMS Israel, SIMS Italy, LIMS Lithuania, ALEM Luxembourg, MMSA Malta, IFMSA the Netherlands, MMSA Norway, IFMSA Poland, PORMSIC Portugal, HCC Russia, IFMSA Serbia, Slovakia, Slovenia, IFMSA Spain, IFMSA Sweden, SWIMSA Switzerland, and METS in UK. Okay, sorry, but I have to name the all. Okay, let's stay. We would like to strongly speak in favor of this policy statement and urge the Federation to pass this one. Okay. We would like to remind the members of the Federation that this is a subject that has been discussed in several countries, and many of them have enacted policies in order to recognize same-sex marriages. Same-sex marriage is legal in 11 countries in 4 different world regions: Argentina, Belgium, Canada, Denmark, Iceland, the Netherlands, Norway, Portugal, Spain, South Africa, Sweden, and some regions of countries such as USA, Mexico, and Brazil. Additionally, many more countries recognize same-sex unions in different legal ways. These countries have not experienced any negative impact from the introduction of these laws. In fact, most countries report that people became more tolerant, barriers were torn apart, and the homosexual population became more accepted while creating a more inclusive society as it should be. Therefore, equal marriage can only have positive outcomes, not just for the health of our patients, but for the health of all of our societies. The defense of equal marriage is another way to demonstrate that the IFMSA really fights for the human rights, regardless of the skin color, religion, sexual orientation, or gender identity. It is about equality for every human being. It is about living in freedom. It is about security. It is about a right to live in peace, to love whoever we want, and not to be afraid of how to feel. As an international federation, we believe in achieving acceptance and equality for everyone. Everyone in this plenary, every IFMSA member, and everyone in the world. We strongly believe that this policy statement is one of the few, but necessary steps that remain towards progress, evolution, and freedom. It's done.
Thank you very much, Mrs. May. Can you please provide your statement in writing to the plenary secretary? Yes, okay. Metin Sudan, is this regarding the same policy statement? Yes? Yes.
No, I think it's...
Please have silence.
Hello everybody. On behalf of IFMSA Nigeria, TAMSA Tanzania, Egypt, UAE, Oman, Kuwait, Kenya, Libya, Malaysia, Pakistan, Ghana, Burkina Faso, Ethiopia, IFMSA Iran, Jordan, Palestine, and Panama and Venezuela. In spite of our total appreciation to all the great efforts done by IFMSA Australia to create the policy statement on marriage equality and health, we feel the need to express our concerns. If such a polarizing policy will be adopted by our federation, this will have an inappropriate impact on many animals. Also, we respect the rights of everybody, but such policy statement goes strongly against their religious and cultural beliefs, and this is not supported by our animals. As an organization, this will seriously affect the sentiment of our local members towards our Medical Student Association, which take pride in being an IFMSA member. Further, many animals depend on governmental supports to function, and if IFMSA promotes such an extreme state externally, it will have serious repercussions for those coming from countries where such extreme stance goes against the cultural and religious beliefs. We agree that this policy might help certain animals with their advocacy campaigns, but it will also hinder the progress of many others which can reach the point of lose the local support they have. We strongly believe in equality access to health care for all population, specifically for marginalized population like the lesbians, gays, bisexual, transgender, intersex communities. But we do believe that progress in such cultural sensitive matter should be gradual, and the policy about equal health access adopted in India is a great example. At the end, we want to remind the plenary that IFMSA is a very diverse organization, and we do believe that policy statements should reflect the opinion of the whole organization. Thank you.
Can you please provide your statement in writing to the plenary secretary? Okay, so we have 3 more NMOs who would like to speak, and that will be it. Sorry. 3 more NMOs because we will have to proceed, and we have a procedural motion already tabled. So I will take Taiwan, Lebanon, and Colombia.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I am making this statement on behalf of IFMSA China, IFMSA Hong Kong, IFMSA Japan, TMSA Korea, AMS Malaysia, IFMSA Philippines, and of course IFMS Taiwan. And I am making this statement to respond to the different opinions that has been expressed among our federation toward this policy statement. Being part of a strong and prosperous international students federation, we have always realized that Our greatness does not come from bearing a single belief, but from acknowledging and embracing the differences between us, and in which we find a ground of consensus to stand on together. So when it comes to sex, sexuality, gender identity, and marriage equality, we are as well proud to see different opinions among NMOs, especially in our culturally and religiously abundant Asia-Pacific region. However, we cannot stand more firmly against any disregard to any culture of any country. But one thing we believe to be universal is the fight against stigma and discrimination. Even within different social contexts, different religion, different culture, and different jurisdiction system, the value that all human beings are created equal should remain the same. So let us stand on this little but precious ground of consensus. Let us realize that by adopting this policy statement, we are not asking any NMO to stand against their cultural ideology. We're not asking any NMO to pass any kind of legislations that are against their culture and their religion. Instead, we are asking you to embrace your culture, embrace it, and positively address the stigma and discrimination that you yet to identify and eliminate. By adopting this policy statement, we fight a fight of our own kind against discrimination within our own culture, with different enemies and endpoints probably, but with the same cause, anti-discrimination. So by doing so, what we believe is that when our future successors read this policy statement, they will not admire us because we try to prove that one ideology is better than another. This is not what we're trying to do with this policy statement. But the future generation is going to admire us because although we're aware of the differences between our ideologies, we are wise enough to realize that there is something the same between us. And this is what we're trying to fight for with this policy statement. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Taiwan. Please give your statement to the Plenary Secretary. Lebanon?
Hello. We in Leipzig, Lebanon, understand that in some NMOs, there are cultural barriers to equal marriage. However, we would like to state in the strongest possible way that this policy statement will not mean that individual NMOs will be mandated to speak in favor of equal marriage on a national level. It simply means that the Federation itself and NMOs who do wish to advocate on these issues have the support of the Federation. Here in the IFMSA, we do not represent the views of our respective governments, but instead the views of medical students, and these should be always for our patients' well-being. If you do feel that you could not support the statement because of the beliefs of your government, we urge you to abstain so as not to block the rest of the Federation from speaking out in support of their patients. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Nancy. Please provide your statement to the Plenary Secretary, Colombia, and conclude this point. Yes, here.
Thank you very much. I'd like to talk on behalf of IFMSA Colombia, IFMSA Argentina, IFMSA Ecuador, IFMSA Dominican Republic, IFM Peru, IFMSA Peru, DENIM Brazil, IFMSA Brazil, IFMSA Bolivia, IFMSA Chile. We all from Latin America support 100% Australia's position on same-gender marriage rights and access. Some of our nations are not in the state of 100% agreement and acceptance, but Argentina has been a great example and role model we're eager to follow. this progression and advance on this matter being done by IFMSA as an international intercultural organization has to stay at the forefront of this right to protect human rights. Therefore, we support LAM6's position on abstaining if you do not agree with this position. Thank you very much.
About your statement in writing to the plenary secretary. So this motion is proposed by IFMSA Australia, seconded by IFMSA USA. Is there a direct negative? Oman, please. Okay. So we already have one direct negative. Do you have an alternative motion? Yes, you can.
This talk has taken a long time, and I think I will not add anything more to what has been said before, and we all respect what has been said. But we need this direct negative to be in the minutes, because it will cause a problem for us and our animals, especially the one mentioned as supported by Sudan. And if that happens, we would like just to state that in the minutes so we can show our animals we will not support this motion, and we could report that back to our home. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We're going to proceed to a vote. Metin Sudan would like to ask for a secret vote, and we will do a secret vote. So please take your voting devices now.
Why would they want? Why do they need?
Point of information from Kuwait, we are about to start the vote.
I feel like the policy statement didn't make it clear.
Kuwait has concerns that this will impact us greatly in a negative manner. If this policy statement passes...
This is not a point of information. Thank you very much, Kuwait. We're going to proceed to a vote. This is not a point of information. You're expressing your opinion, which is not it's not a point of information. Thank you very much. We're going to proceed to a vote now. Please take your voting devices. Press green if you're in favor of adopting this policy statement. Press red if you're against adopting this policy statement. Press yellow if you abstain. You can start voting now.
Did you press the right button? Yeah.
Jordan, can you please vote? Vote again. The votes do not match. We're going to vote again. Please take your voting devices.
If not counted, like the count like it wasn't the right outcome, so we didn't do it again.
Vote, please.
No.
Two more animals. Okay, the votes match. I'm going to display them on the screen. We have 40 votes.